The patient. Alora Boyd and Cesar Morales are both 20-year-olds who majored in psychology. They are both good friends and got offered a job at a mental asylum in the rural parts of Norway. They are very excited and took the job. They both got assigned the same patient named Karen Olsen. He was put into the asylum 5 years ago, and all the other therapists he got quit because they were scared to be in the same room as him. After reading that, Alora and Cesar were feeling a bit nervous, but once they arrived, they got settled in and felt a bit better. The next day, Alora had to go to the patient first. The door flung open and Karen came in. "Hi, Karen. My name is Alora," she said with a soft smile. He sat still and glared at her, staying silent. "I want to help you, Karen," stated Alora. "How about we start on how you got there?" Karen then shook his face and completely changed his emotion. A wild smile started to appear on his face. "Hi, it's nice to meet you." He started talking about how he regretted what he had done and seemed to still hold his smile. The more they started talking, the more Alora seemed to think that all the therapists were wrong and Karen wasn't that bad. Once the session was over, Cesar turned to see the patient. But once Cesar was done, he thought that it was weird how Karen kept smiling, but thought that maybe he was getting paranoid, and he brushed it off. The day was finally over and they were eating ramen in their room. They met the other therapists in the room next to them, called Nami and Sarah. They soon went to sleep, but a few hours later, Cesar kept hearing this noise of something getting dragged against the floor outside of their room, and a loud thud. Then he heard the main door in the front of the building squeaking open. Cesar just decided it was a janitor and canceled the noise with his headphones. The next morning, Alora woke up early because she heard shouting in front of her room. She went outside to see what was going on. Nami said that Sarah went missing, but no one could do anything because she hadn't been missing for 2 weeks. Over the next week, half of the people working in the asylum went missing. Then it just stopped. Cesar started to imagine that everyone was smiling at him, the same way that Karen smiled. Cesar brushed it off and fell asleep, but then he heard the door in his room frame creak open. He opened his eyes and saw a figure standing in the door. He rubbed his eyes and saw, "Karen? What are you doing here?" Karen stared at him and started to step closer, carrying a shovel. The next day, Alora woke up very early and couldn't find Cesar anywhere. She walked into the cafeteria and found Cesar making tea. "Cesar, where have you been? I've been looking everywhere." Alora suddenly stopped and saw Karen wearing Cesar's jacket. Karen then started to smile. He smiled so much it almost touched the end of his ears. He grabbed a plate and pointed it at Alora. The next day, no one could find Alora or Karen. They both went missing. Cesar stayed at the asylum and got assigned another patient. No one saw Alora and Karen ever again.